Hello everybody, my name is Starrapter, and if you're looking for the latest in the Star Wars comics, novels, video games, and more, then you are already in the right place, because every single week I break all of those down for you guys. So you're going to want to make sure, if you aren't already, please go ahead, take a second to subscribe to the channel. Now that that's done, let's talk about the two new Star Wars Marvel comics that we had come out this week. The first one being Doctor Aphra, issue number 21. Such a really cool cover right there. This is part 2 of the Catastrophe Con, in which Doctor Aphra is a prisoner. And basically the Imperials use these prisoners to fight their wars for them, and they have them on a kind of bomb system where if they try to run away, they automatically get destroyed. So the Imperial basically just use these people as war slaves. So that's what Doctor Aphra is at this point. And in the last issue, we did have her send out a distress call to one person. We thought it was going to be Stars, but in this issue, it is revealed a nice little plot twist that it was actually to Captain Tolvin, who has been quite the love interest for Dr. Aphra through the last several issues of this series. So this issue is all about Dr. Aphra and trying to decide if she wants to investigate this kind of ghost occurrence, which is leading to this big revelation for a type of object that she would like, versus going and escaping with Captain Tolvin. That's kind of where the issue is. We have Stars, who is tasked by none other than Harrison Dula to go ahead and get Dr. Aphra out of there, because Dr. Aphra has the codes for this one device that Hera has, which she would like to access, and that is pretty much the gist of the issue. Things I liked specifically were Lopset, which is this other character that is a prisoner alongside with Dr. Aphra, and they are revealed to actually be none other than a changeling. We've seen plenty of changelings in Star Wars. We've seen one in the recent Star Wars comics, as well as the legendary Zam Wesell bounty hunter from Attack of the Clones. And there's this one funny moment where the character Lopset is talking about the different appearances that they have been made to, appear as, and one of them is none other than Dr. Evazan from both Rogue One and A New Hope. Yeah, that guy. Another thing that I really enjoyed was just the overall feel of this issue. It's very dark and gloomy, and we find out that this is actually a haunted prison colony. There's the ghost that's appearing that Dr. Aphra keeps seeing. Apparently it sounds like her mother, and it is causing havoc, like making lots of freak accidents happen, like objects falling on people and crushing them and killing them. Apparently nobody can get off this colony even if they have a chance, because something unlucky always freaking happens. So that's kind of interesting there. I do like the fact that the Dr. Aphra series is being such a strong female-led type of story. I mean, we have Harrison Dula, we have Dr. Aphra, we have Stars, and we have Captain Tolvin, and all these characters are being very well fleshed out. They have their own motivations and whatnot, and especially Stars, we do get a little bit more light shed on her prior relationship with Dr. Aphra and why she has so much animosity toward that character. I thought it was really awesome that we actually found out that there's another Borgullet out there, and apparently these Imperials are planning on using this Borgullet to interrogate Dr. Aphra, and she kind of spills the beans to Tolvin, saying, look, the reason they want me is for this information. I haven't given it to them yet, but, in a couple more tries, they'll probably crack it out of me. And she flat out reveals to Tolvin that, hey, Darth Vader has a son and is planning on getting the son to replace the Emperor. And if that information gets out, apparently the Emperor is going to kill everybody that knows that information. So she kind of blackmailed, sort of, Tolvin, so that now Tolvin's going to want to get her out of there. So really good stuff right there. And I did love seeing Stars' ship again. I really forget the name, but it looks awesome. It's a Corellian freighter, very similar, kind of a cross between the YT 1300 and the YT 2400, which is both the Outrider and the Millennium Falcon. So really cool there. And I did like that whole choice at the end of this issue where we have Aphra. It's a couple second decision where she could either get this ancient Jedi relic and learn so much about the history of the galaxy, or escape with her life with Captain Tolvin, who is also her love interest, and well, she chooses to go for the relic. So I'm very much looking forward to the next issue. It's a very zany type story that is not traditional with Star Wars, but it's something that is much needed and much unique. The next story I want to talk about this week is Star Wars Lando Double or Nothing #2. This is the 5-part miniseries where we follow Lando Calrissian and L3-37 on their adventures prior to the events of Solo: A Star Wars Story. And in this particular issue, we have them going to do what Lando does best, and that is to smuggle. They're trying to get these weapon armaments to this planet that is, occupied by the Imperials, and they have this one character, female, her father is there, and he works with the droids, and they're trying to get him out of there. So this whole issue is about Lando infiltrating, and they all go their separate ways. There's 3 of them. There's L3, there is Lando, and there's the female character. They all go their separate ways, and they all have problems. We have the female character getting captured, then we have L3 pretty much in line to get disintegrated, to turn into parts. And then we have Lando dealing with these different type of species of alien, which I'm not familiar with. Maybe you guys are. Apparently they're short because he references them being short. And it's kind of just a straight shot story. There's not a lot of background text in here. There's not a lot of backstory. It's mostly just a lot of action and, just getting into it. The Calrissian Chronicles, that's the reason why Lando is apparently doing a lot of this thing. Also to modify the Falcon, but he wants to have more adventures to fill in what he is doing with this, vlog, which is from the Star Wars universe, which is really funny because they carry on that thread from Solo: A Star Wars Story. I also thought it was really cool seeing a lot of the Clone Wars type vehicles and droids. We do see the character at the end that is facing down Lando in an AT-RT, which happens to be one of my favorite vehicles in Star Wars, so very much a welcoming image that I didn't expect to see in all things in a Lando series. And the last thing I want to mention is Lando kicks some serious ass. I mean, he is surrounded, and he ends up just taking out all the guys while he's ranting on about this story, about the cape that he has. It's just pure Lando, and that's the one thing I take away from the series so far, is that the writing is excellent. I mean, I read this thing in Billy D's voice. I mean, this thing, they got the character down, and as well as the visuals are very, very nice. They're very striking images for sure. So next week we can look forward to Star Wars issue number 50, which is the landmark issue that has taken us closer to the events of The Empire Strikes Back, as well as Last Jedi issue number 4. So what did you think about this week's comics that focused on the smugglers in the Star Wars galaxy? Are you enjoying the Lando miniseries? And how about the Doctor Aphra series? Let's talk about it in that comment section below. Guys, if you like this video, again, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this channel so you never miss another video. I've been getting more active on social media such as Instagram and Twitter, which are both Starrapter, the same spelling that's on this YouTube channel. So make sure you go ahead and follow those accounts. I do say some initial reactions of certain video games and different impressions of things I'm doing a lot quicker than getting a YouTube video out, so make sure you follow me on those. That is going to do it for me, guys. My name is Starrapter, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also included 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.